Yay! I got new boobies! Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am doing a little video about my boob update, so the surgery that Ashley and I had together. So I've had loads of questions about it, so I thought I would just do a video and answer all of your guys' questions and just share my experience. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So it has now been 5 weeks since my surgery, and yeah, everything went really well through surgery, and I'm really happy with my results. So the size and type of implants that I got, I ended up going for a round and textured. They went underneath the muscle. I actually ended up changing my size last minute. I ended up getting 330 cc's, but my surgeon had said that I could go to 360 or even 390, and I thought I was going to go 360 pretty much the whole time, and then I just had like a gut feeling and I thought I wanted to be a little bit on the smaller side if anything. He took all of my measurements and he said that 330 would still look great. Once they do settle in, I might, if anything, be a little bit disappointed that they're a bit small, but I'm really happy with them. I'm really stoked with the size. They were round and I went extra high profile as well, so that was something that he recommended me to do. I thought I was going to go teardrop and had all these other ideas in my head, and although I'm quite like little in my waist and my shoulders, I'm quite long here, so he thought that extra high profile would yeah, suit my body perfectly. So those were the type of implants that I got. So my scars are just underneath my boob, like in the crease here. They're healing up really well, and I was never too worried about the scars, but they just are sort of hidden underneath here. That's where the incision was made. I still actually am wearing tape, and they recommended to wear tape I think for about 6 to 8 weeks after, just to help the scars heal and just to keep it really clean and everything like that. So I do still have to wear the big sports bra. I'm obviously not this morning so you can see what they look like, but we are recommended to wear the sports bras for as long as you can and as often as you can after surgery. Again, I think it's for probably about 8 to 12 weeks, and it just helps them settle into your body, because they do change so much over that first 3 months. They sort of drop and yeah, start, I guess, just move around and settle in. So the sports bra just helps to keep them really supported, keep them in place. And yeah, so I just have still been wearing that, which means I have to wear t-shirts a lot, which is a little bit annoying, but other than that I wear it at night and I wear it most days as well. So my surgery did go really well and smoothly. I had a totally different experience to Ashy. I actually had to have drains in after my surgery, which meant that I had drains like out of my boobs, and I had to go home with like a bag of blood that the blood was like coming into and like carry it around. I had to sleep with it next to me. It was so horrible. But I ended up getting the drains out 2 days later when I went for my check-in, and he was really happy that he did use drains. It's just for any extra fluid in there to help sort of get it out. So I actually didn't have to have drains, so she was lucky in that sense. But yeah, I did, but only for 2 days, so it wasn't too bad. I definitely was in a lot of pain after the surgery. I had really like little to no movement. I couldn't put my arms up, I couldn't reach out to the sides, I couldn't do like anything. I was really like hunched over, so my shoulders and neck got really sore, my back got really sore, and the tight feeling was just crazy. Like, because I was so flat to start with and it was so stretched, it was just this like painful tight feeling. It was really horrible. I was really lucky because I had either Eric or Amy with me for like the first week, and they had to help me do everything. So if I sat on the couch, like I couldn't even push myself up. They would have to push me up. Eric had to help me, you know, in and out of bed. Like I couldn't wash my hair. I couldn't even go to the toilet. I think it was like the first couple of days. I was really, really restricted in my movement, and I was in a lot of pain. So the first 9 to 10 days I remember being the worst, and I was on painkillers pretty constantly. I was given endone and also Panadine Forte, so I pretty much had to take my painkillers like every 4 hours, and that was solidly for like a week. I took them for probably 2 weeks, but after that first week I tried to wean myself off and go longer in between having them, and yeah, then I ended up taking Panadol Osteo because it was a little bit softer as well. So, but it was a solid 2 weeks of painkillers, and it was really painful for me. Like, oh, it was really bad. And Ashley had no pain. She didn't even have to take any painkillers. So everyone's body does react differently. It depends on, you know, I guess the size and type of implant you get. It depends on if you've had them before, your frame, and just everything. But it was a painful experience for myself. One of the worst things as well, not even just with the like pain in my chest, but the bloating in my stomach was insane. It was the worst I have ever been, like bloated and so blocked up. So they did say that once you have, you know, your anesthetic, it can cause bloating. And on top of that, all of the painkillers, so I wasn't going to the toilet. It made me feel even more toxic. My stomach was humongous, so that was really hard as well, just on top of like the pain in my chest. So that's why I really tried to get off the painkillers as quick as I could. I also tried to drink loads of water, loads of greens, loads of nutrients, and flush everything out. I was given sleeping pills. They do prescribe you sleeping pills as well. I was lucky enough to not have to use those at night though, so my body was just so exhausted and recovering, and I did have that many painkillers in my system, so I didn't have to end up taking any of the sleeping tablets, which was, I guess, one thing less. And after I got off all of those painkillers, I made sure that I was drinking loads of water. I did a full course of probiotics, making sure I was getting lots of L-glutamine in my system as well, and just repairing my gut. So probably some of the hardest parts I found about getting my boobs done, number one is definitely not being able to pick up Zari. So they recommended to not lift, you know, a toddler up for 6 weeks, so I've got 1 more week to go. I feel like right now I could lift her up, but just to be safe with the scar tissue and everything, I'm gonna go 1 more week, and then I can't wait to be able to, like, yeah, lift her again. So Eric has been such a good help. He's had to obviously put her in her cot and get her out each morning. She's been really, really good and really understanding. I explained to her that, you know, mummy's boobies were owie and I couldn't lift her, and she's so onto it, so she has been totally fine. Probably number 2, I would say the second hardest thing is the sleeping, so sleeping on my back. And in particular, for the first 2 weeks, you had to sleep at 45 degrees, so I had to prop myself up with all pillows, and that just really helps with like drainage and swelling and things like that. Also, if I went too flat, I would feel so much pressure and it would be really, really sore. So yeah, solid 2 weeks I was at like 45 degrees, which meant my lower back, my neck and shoulders got sore. I am down flat now, but I can't move onto my side or onto my tummy, which sucks because I am a tummy sleeper. I would always like fall asleep on my side and wake up every morning on my tummy. So I'm really excited for when I can just spread out and lay on my tummy again. If I was getting them done again, or had, you know, any huge big tips or recommendations for someone, I would definitely say to make sure that after your surgery, you know that you've got someone around you to just help you with things. Having that support was really, really big for me. I just felt really loved and supported, and I always had someone there, which was really a nice feeling, especially when you are taking lots of painkillers and stuff. It can put you in quite a low state, so having some people around you to help. This isn't a huge big deal for a lot of people, but for me, I would get them done in winter, and that is purely because you do have to wear that sports bra for such a long time. You can't wear a lot of clothes, and wearing all of like my little cute off the shoulder tops and all of our little cute sets and things like that, it's killing me because I've got this big ugly sports bra hanging out the top. So I would get them done in winter. Then you can wear jumpers and t-shirts, cover them up really easily. You can't swim and you can't spray tan for ages as well. So again, just little things that in winter don't matter as much. Just a small thing, but that would definitely be a hot tip from me. Ashley and I decided not to share exactly where we went, just because it is a major surgery. We don't want anyone to just go off what we say. Everyone's totally different and has different experience and looks for different things. So you might connect with another surgeon or someone else who we didn't. So yeah, we did get them done on the coast, but I know loads of girls who have gone to other places, a surgeon in Sydney, yeah, overseas, like I said. So just make sure that you feel really comfortable with who is doing your surgery, that you feel looked after and heard and all of that kind of stuff. And I would definitely suggest going to loads of consults before you make that decision. 5 weeks in, overall, I'm so happy with my results. I'm really glad that I chose to get them done. I feel a little bit more confident, I guess, and more womanly and in proportion. Obviously because I had nothing before, so my end result was never to have anything really huge, but they just, yeah, proportion me out a little bit more. Really happy with them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and thank you so much for watching.